Okay. Good morning. Today, what I was thinking about coming into class was the importance of trusting in the process as we're moving through it, even if we can't see what's at the end of the path that we're on, right? Trusting that the path that we're on, the process that we're going through is going to be beneficial, right? No matter where we find ourselves, if we take a little detour over here, if the path is pretty clear and straight, trusting that whatever we're stepping through is going to be to our benefit and is actually working in our favor, even if we're in a spot that feels really sticky, right? Maybe we're in a pathway and we're going like straight uphill. Maybe there is, I don't know, rocks that we have to like navigate through, whatever it might be, right? Trusting that that process of stepping over the rock, putting one foot in front of the other as you're going up this like incline is to your benefit. And I had a reminder of that recently where I had gone through this really, really uncomfortable moment of growth. And on the other side, I recognized that that was exactly what I needed and something I wouldn't have asked for on my own. Pairing this with the realization that anxiety, this kind of like feeling of a lot of high energy in our body that sometimes you're like, what do I do with this? Where do I put it? How do I release it so I can come back to this baseline that feels comfortable? Anxiety can also be shifted into energy of excitement, just through perspective, right? And so when we're in a process, maybe we're stepping into this new year and there's a lot of energy behind us, letting that be excitement, right? Letting that energy fuel our progress along this path. Anyhow, trusting that whatever you're stepping through in this moment is going to be beneficial in the end. And in our yoga practice, that's the sticky moments as well. It's the sticky moments when we're in a shape that feels difficult, wherein we're a space that the body feels really tense and tight. Breathing through that moment. On the other side, there's more spaciousness, there's more strength, and allowing the process to happen at whatever pace it's moving at. So we're going to start in a child's pose, and we'll just take a couple moments to breathe and ground. We'll be moving to the belly, to the back body, all over the place. As we travel through the practice, trusting again that whatever shape you're in is going to be beneficial, but also knowing that you can change it to whatever you need. So if you want to add something in, beautiful. If you want to skip something, change something, modify something, expand on something, great. So the physical practice is yours. But beginning in your child's pose, or if you prefer a comfortable seat, you can start there as well. You can either take your knees wide, about the width of your yoga mat, maybe big toes to touch, or you can have your knees more narrow. So kind of exploring the width of your knees for a moment to find that sweet spot for your body. You can reach your arms long in front of you, or you can have your arms down beside you. And taking a moment just to explore a couple different options until you find that sweet spot. And as you start to settle into your shape, and close your eyes and connect to the rhythm of your breath. Taking this initial moment of our practice to turn inward, to breathe deeply, to check in, to take a moment of inventory to see where we're at in this present moment. To lean back and look at the path that we're stepping onto in this present moment, in our physical asana practice, our yoga practice within our hearts and within our minds. And maybe forming an intention for that practice. This can be an intention for your practice as a whole, for your practice of yoga off your mat. Or you might even decide to form an intention for each layer of the practice, an intention for your physical practice this morning, an intention for your heart space, and an intention for your mind. As you deepen your breath, taking this moment to get really clear on what it is you hope to move in the direction of, no matter what the path is that takes you there. As you form that clear intention, allow your shoulders to maybe soften a little bit. Feel every part of your body that is in contact with the earth and breathe down into those areas. Feeling the support of your ground, the symbolic of the support of this practice that is with you always. And when you're ready, go ahead and take a deep breath in through your nose. Maybe an open mouth exhale, let it go. And two more, breathing into your intention or intentions, deep inhale. And cleansing exhale. One more time, we breathe into that direction that we'd like to go. And on exhale, we let go of everything else. And then taking just one breath through your nose, strong inhale, breathing in that trust in the process, trust in the path, trust in the detours. And as you exit that breath out of your nose, just reminding yourself that everything is okay. In this moment, you are okay and everything is okay. And then go ahead and start to shift from your tabletop pose, or from your child's pose rather, into a tabletop pose. So finding your way to all fours, you are in a seat, making your way forward. Go ahead and spread your fingers nice and wide. And with an inhale, we'll start to make our way into a cow shape. Let your heart and tailbone begin to lift up towards the ceiling. Hold your navel to your spine. Maybe find a little rinse forward and back. On your exhale, cat pose, start to round your spine. Your head hang heavy, and again, shift forward and back if that feels good. Just following an inhale back to cow, heart and tailbone lift. Incorporating any movement that you want to within your cow shape, maybe going a little side to side, just getting curious. And as you exhale, return to your cat pose, same thing. Having any movement, maybe a little side body stretches within your cat pose. This last round, we'll inhale to a cow shape, just finding stillness in your cow. Your navel draw up and in. Try to drag your ribcage forward away from your pelvis. And on your exhale, as you find your steady cat pose, press your hands, push your shin bones down into the earth to help you draw your front ribs up and in, navel to spine connection. Shoulders out of ear. We'll slowly start to find our way back into a neutral spine in our tabletop pose. Then on your inhale, reach your right hand to the sky, turn your heart open to the right, twisting open. On your exhale, thread your needle, sweep your right arm underneath your body, right palm faces the sky. As you bring your right shoulder and temple to the earth, draw your shoulders out of your ears actively. Press down to the back of your right arm. Maybe wag your tail from side to side to see if your pelvis is shifting to left or right to avoid the stretch. An option to reach your left hand forward, maybe to the sky, or you can find a half bind, taking your left hand towards your right hip crease. And send a really big breath into the back of your body. Allowing that exhale to slowly empty out all the way. One more just like that, a full intentional inhale, breathing into the back of your body. And a slow and steady, complete exhale. From here, if your left hand has traveled away from your face, go ahead and frame your face with your left palm. Press into your left palm, engage your belly. And with your inhale, twist back open to the right. Right hand reaches to the sky. And on your exhale, go ahead and reach your right fingertips forward to the top of your yoga mat. Moving to our puppy stretch, left fingertips follow. Melt your heart to the earth. Keep your hips high to the sky. You can bring your fingertips or your palms, it's up to you. And you can bring your forehead or your chest to the earth. Take one more breath in. And let that breath out. To push through your palms, use your core strength to press your way back up to your tabletop pose. One time inhale to your cow pose, lift your heart, lift your tailbone, maybe look up to the sky this time. Then your exhale, find your cat pose, really tuck actively in, look at your thighs. And then return to your neutral spine. Thread the needle, second cycle, inhale, left hand to the sky, big twist open. And on your exhale, sweep your left arm underneath your body. Again, draw your shoulders out of your ears, create space around your neck. Check in with your pelvis, and then decide where you want your right hand in space. And you're actively rooting down to the back of your left arm. And you're using your breath to try to spread your shoulder blades apart. You think about energetically stretching your sits bones back in space as you take another breath or two here. And then as you release, just like before, your right palm is going to frame your face. On your inhale, start to slowly twist back open, breathing into your spine as you reach your left hand to the sky. On exhale, left fingertips or palm go forward, right hand follows, puppy pose, dive your chest down. Noticing if you have more space in the second round of Anahatasana. Take a breath in and a breath out. You're on your fingertips, release your palms to the earth. We're going to slide forward into a Sphinx pose. So as you bend at your elbows and shift your heart forward, you'll bring your pelvis to the earth. And then just adjust so that your elbows are stacked directly beneath your shoulders. Your upper arm bones are perpendicular to the earth. Bring your forearms parallel to one another, and then actively press down to your elbows. Press down to your palms, press to your finger pads even, so there's activity from your fingers to your toes. As you root down to the tops of your feet and your toes to your thighs like a navel pulls to spine. Think about squeezing your shoulder blades together so the back of your heart is really active. This should feel like a lot of effort for the entire body. So checking in again, are your finger pads gripping the earth? Elbows rooted into the ground, navel to spine, thighs are strong, toenails anchor. Through your ribcage, pull away from your pelvis, creating traction and length along your spine as you take another breath in. And then on exhale, we're headed to a forearm plank. So we're going to tuck through our toes, zip up through your center as you press down to your forearms and lift your thighs. If you would rather start off with your knees on the earth for a little added support, feel free to drop your knees. Okay, but here again, we press into the ground really strong through our elbows. Your upper arm bones drive into the earth. Your thighs are still strong as you take a breath in. And as you take a breath out. When moving into a forearm side plank, bring your right forearm about 45-degree angle. So your right fingertips are pointing towards the front left corner of your yoga mat. You're going to turn your toes to the left and reach your left hand to the sky. You can keep your feet staggered here. Actively press down into the earth to lift your right hip away from the ground. Take a big breath in. On your exhale, returning to your forearm plank back to center. Take a breath in. And second side, left forearm comes to that 45-degree angle. Turn your toes to the right. Reach your right hand high. Drive down through your elbow. Lift up to the left side of your body. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, you return back to forearm plank through center. Take one more inhale. And Sphinx pose as you exhale, release. Let your hands come to center, elbows wide, belly down, Shavasana. Take a breath in. Maybe an open mouth exhale out. Moving on to gecko pose. We're going to bring the hands wider than our yoga mat. Fingertips can be slightly forward in front of your shoulders or in line with your shoulders. That's up to you. As you tent your fingertips on the earth, take an inhale. And then exhale, navel pulls to spine. Keep your navel to your spine. Next breath in, start to lift your chest. Okay, so you can push through your finger pads, squeeze your shoulder blades together to help open your heart. Take one more inhale just at center. Think about lift and length. On your exhale, dip your left shoulder to the midline and twist your gaze towards the right. Breath in brings you back through center. Breath out, second side, right shoulder dips in, look to the left. Inhale through center one more time. Navel to spine still active, and exhale, heart draws forward as you lower all the way down. Bring your hands by your low ribs. With your next inhale, low cobra. High cobra, or if you want to, you can go all the way to upward facing dog if your spine feels pretty warm and ready. We're going to meet eventually in a child's pose again. Just for a moment, send your hips back towards your heels. Feel your spine lengthen out. And then shift through your tabletop pose into your first downward facing dog. Tuck your toes. Send your pelvis to the sky. Let your heart melt down towards the earth. Really relax the weight of your head. And then maybe adding a little bit of movement here if you want to pedal to your feet. Check back in with the activity through your hands, through your fingertips. And then with your next inhale, three-legged dog, reach your right leg to the sky. But really focus on alignment here. Flex your right foot so your right toes rotate down to the earth. And square through your pelvis, your right hip point, right knee and right toes are all facing the ground. Think about squeezing slightly to the midline through your inner right thigh. And take a big breath in. On your exhale, bring your right knee to your nose, shift forward, slow and strong. Then inhale, three-legged dog, right leg reaches high and square through the hip. That'll give you a deeper stretch to your left side. And exhale, knee to nose, shift forward. One more time, we inhale, three-legged dog, square hip, long right leg. Exhale, knee towards your nose. This time holding here, take an extra inhale. And step your right foot forward as you exhale. Lift up to your fingertips, left knee hovers, cow lunge, breathe your chest through your biceps. Stay here as you breathe out. Think about engaging through your left glute. So squeeze your left seat. By it, push down through your left toes, and then reach your left heel back in space. Through your left thigh bone, slide back in space. One more inhale, proud through your chest. And exhale, lengthen through your legs, cat lunge, hamstring stretch. As you feel your right thigh bone slide back and up, hug your left hip slightly forward, and then energize your legs. Engage through your quads, and think about an inhale to lengthen through your spine. Harden tailbone stretch forward, backwards, and up. So everything's lengthening and lifting. From here, bend into your right knee and step into a cross-legged forward fold. Left ankle goes behind your right. Feel free to soften your knees as much as you need to here. Let your head hang heavy. So your pinky toes do not need to line up at all. You want to find all four corners of both of your feet on the earth. And then just take one big breath in. As you release that breath out, unwind your legs so they're in a regular forward fold, feet side by side. With a little softness in your knees, inhale to find your halfway lift, lengthen out from crown to tail. Again, your crown reaches forward, your tailbone reaches back, and there's a lift and upward energy through both. Pausing here for one more breath in, just to feel that extra extension. And then exhale, forward fold release. Rise all the way to stand with your in-breath. Reach to the sky, look up to the sky. On your exhale, soft knees hinge forward to your forward fold. Deep breath in, lengthen halfway. On your breath out, step your right toes to the back of your yoga mat. As you press your palms, three-legged dog, breathe your left leg up to the sky. And just like we did on the first side, take a moment to set this up. So flex your left foot, rotate your left hip bone down to the ground, left knee, left toes, all face the ground. From there, hug your left leg to the midline. Relax your head, squeeze your biceps energetically to center as you push the earth away. Take an inhale. With exhale, knee to nose, shift forward, continue to push down into the earth as your shoulders slide forward over your wrists. From your core strength, three-legged dog, let your belly lift your left leg up and back. Hips are square as you inhale. Knee to nose with your exhale, slide it forward. One more time, three-legged dog, big breath in, square hips. Exhale, knee to nose, and pause. Take that extra breath in, hug your left heel tight to your left seat, and then step your left foot forward. Right knee comes to hover, cow lunge. Breathe your chest towards the front of the room. On your exhale, engage your right glute maybe. And then think about your knees stretching in opposite directions. Maybe draw your navel to your spine. And take one more breath in. We'll exhale to our cat lunge, hamstring stretch. As you lengthen through your legs, so you lengthen your spine as well. It's like a cow spine here. But then don't forget to energize your thighs. So hug muscle to bone through your legs, getting an active stretch. Just traveling with your breath. On your next inhale, bend into your front knee. And when you're ready, cross-legged forward fold. Try to use the power of your front left leg, right, to bring your right ankle behind. As you cross your legs, soften your knees, relax your head heavy to the earth. Again, the goal is to get the four corners of both of your feet firmly planted into your yoga mat. Take a big breath in. On your exhale, traditional forward fold, unwind your legs, feet side by side. Inhale to your halfway lift, extend through your spine, and exhale, forward fold, release. We'll rise all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana, full breath in as you reach high, look to the sky to open to the front of your neck, your throat, and exhale, forward fold, dive down. Halfway lift is your inhale. Step your left foot to the back of your yoga mat on your exhale. Going to our three-legged dog. Three-legged dog, right leg to the ceiling. Use your core to lift your right leg up and back. Big breath in. This time as you exhale, bend your knee and open your hips. So finding that half dog scorpion tail action. See how that feels. What happens if you square your shoulders down to the earth and pull your navel to your spine? Do you maybe feel a little bit more glute engagement to your right side? Relax your head, take a big breath in. On your exhale, right knee is going to your left tricep, cross underneath your body. Good. Three-legged dog, inhale your right leg to the sky. On your exhale, bend your knee and open your hip again. Half dog. Take a big breath in, square your shoulders, navel to spine. Exhale, same thing, right knee to your left, tricep, cross it underneath your body. And one more time, three-legged dog, inhale, right leg up and back. Use your exhale to bend your knee and open your hip. To the power of your right glute as you inhale. Right knee to your left tricep as you exhale. Moving on from here, fallen triangle, thread your right leg through. As you flex to your right foot, start to open up, left heel lands to the ground, big breath in, reach your left hand to the sky. Perhaps you take your left hand overhead towards the front of your yoga mat to find a side body stretch. Breathe into your left side body. As you breathe out, we're set to return back to three-legged dog. Exhale, lands your left hand to the earth. Use your core and your inhale to slowly stretch your right leg to the sky. With breath out, step your right foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. Inhale, cow lunge one time, one moment, left knee covers. Exhale to your cat lunge, find the length of your legs. As you breathe in, bend into your right knee. A little different this time, standing splits. Use your breath out to drive through your right foot and slowly send your left leg to the sky. So again, today working with square hips, you're going to flex your left foot. You can have some softness to your right knee, your standing leg. Turn your left hip point, your left knee, your left toes down to the ground. So your hips are square. Your left leg will probably not lift as high. And think about reaching your left heel to the wall that's behind you at the back of your yoga mat, and then up from there. So then kick it back, press through your left heel, and then lift. Take your inhale. And on exhale, chair pose, bend both of your knees. As your left foot lands to the earth, start to sink through your seat. Drive through your heels so your seat leg up, lift up through your heart and hands. Now here, as you hug through center, navel pulls to spine, maybe give yourself permission to take your hands wider. See if that feels better on your neck and shoulders. Yeah. And big breath in. And on exhale, airplane your arms beside you. We're going to shift your energy to your left foot. You might start by just coming to your right to be toes. So just give your left leg a little heads up that it's about to hold your body. For right to be toes, perhaps you flamingo your right heel to your seat, little hamstring curl. Navel to spine connection is still strong. Press your left foot, follow an inhale to rise all the way up with your right knee. And your exhale, hands can stay high or hands can come to heart center. We're going to send our right leg long, so extend your right leg. It doesn't matter how high your leg is. Think about the engagement of your right quadricep. So allow the leg to be lower if that allows your spine to be taller. So instead of leaning back to lift the leg high, think shoulders over hips. Maybe right leg is lower, but your quadricep is working hard. Core is strong. Take a big breath in. Exhale, airplane pose. Slowly pendulum swing it back. Maybe find a little softness in your standing leg. And again, we think square hips today. So right hip rotates down to the earth. You can always take your hands to your pelvis to feel that. For my body, if my right hip is square, I have to add more of a bend to my left leg. So feel free to experiment with that as well. Take a big breath in. Shoulder blades squeeze together so your chest is proud. Crescent lunge, high crescent lunge, right toes release to the earth. We'll inhale, hands to the sky. Here we go, and exhale, hands to heart center, be right knee dips to a hover. Finding this 90-degree lunge, take a big breath in. On your exhale, airplane lunge. So feet stay on the earth, just gonna lengthen your right leg, tip your heart forward. Staying proud through your chest, full inhale. And full exhale. Feel your left thigh bone plug into your pelvis. Actively hug your right hip forward with your right side body core. If you want a little extra challenge here, feel free to reach your hands up overhead into a reaching crescent lunge. One long line of energy from your fingertips to right heel as you inhale. Hands come down to the earth on our exhale. Three-legged dog, your core pulls your left leg to the sky, big breath in. Start with your square hips, give your right leg that big stretch. And then exhale, bend your left knee and open your hip, half dog. Square shoulders, navel to spine is strong. Left glute active, take an inhale. Left knee to your right tricep as you exhale, shoulders out of ears. Twice more, three-legged dog, go square through your hips with your breath in. And then bend your knee and open your hip, breath out. Activate your left glute as you inhale, left knee is high. Left knee to right, tricep on your exhale with intention, sweep across. Final round here, three-legged dog, and find square hips to start. Give yourself that extra moment of stretch through right hamstring. Then bend your knee and open your hip. Core and left glute engage with breath in. Left knee, right tricep, breath out. Fallen triangle, thread your left leg through and open it up, right hand to the sky. Press strong down to the four corners of your right foot so your inner right thigh is active. Think about lifting your hips like we did in that forearm side plank earlier. Option to take your right hand overhead to the front of the room, big breath to your right side body. Your exhale begins your transition to three-legged dog. So taking your time, right hand lands. You're inhaling your core, pull your left leg to the sky. Step your left foot forward with your breath out. Breathe into your cow lunge, catch your breath, right knee hovers. Okay, here we go. We'll exhale to our cat lunge, lengthen through your legs, give your hamstrings that moment of preparation. And then following your breath, you'll bend into your left knee. Press strong with your left foot, gentle standing split. So try not to push off your right foot. Try to pull from your left leg to float your right foot into the sky. Moving from our muscular energy into the momentum, head is heavy. Square through your pelvis, maybe soften through your left knee or standing leg. So again, when we turn our right hip point down to the earth, our right knee and our right toes to the earth, the right leg probably won't lift as high. But think about pressing the sole of your right foot to the wall that's behind your yoga mat. So think length first. That might give you more space to lift your right heel. Try to relax your head for one more breath in. And then we'll exhale to our chair pose. You bend through your knees. Take your time. Let your seat get low first. Engage your belly. Press through your heels to lift your chest. So one of my favorite subtle cues in a chair pose is to think about tucking at the base of my seat. So I'm not tucking my whole pelvis. I'm thinking about hugging just right at the base of the booty cheek to the hamstring. For me, I feel my seat light up more to support my low back, but I'm not compromising, that was hard to say, compromising the natural curvature of my spine. My front ribs are zipped in, core is strong. Take your inhale. Here we go, airplane arms on your exhale. As you transfer the energy to your right foot, come to your left tippy toes. Reconnect to that right heel. Feel your right glute respond. Maybe start to find your flamingo leg, just taking it step by step, feeling all the moments along the way. When your breath is ready, you're going to inhale to your one-legged Tadasana. So slow, strong inhale brings you up. Hands can be high or hands to heart. Start to lengthen through your left leg. Again, height of your left leg, not important. We're going for quadricep engagement. So just even for curiosity, for exploration, maybe drop your left leg 2 inches from how you normally hold it. And just think about the length, the extension of your left leg. Core is strong. Crown is tall. Take a breath in. And then when you're ready, moving towards our airplane pose, focused on the square hips today. So then you might bend to your right knee a little bit more generously. Perhaps your hands find your hips to give you that guidance. Just like in standing splits, think about length. So left heel and crown of the head reach in opposite directions. And then maybe you find a slight lift. Core is strong, shoulder blades draw slightly together, so chest is open. We take a big breath in. As controlled as you can, we're moving to our high crescent lunge. We're going to place our left toes to the earth. Breath in brings us up to stand. Breath out, hands to heart, maybe left knee dips to that hover sort of 90-90 bent knee crescent lunge. You might begin to pull your right thigh bone back in space here. Take a breath. Airplane crescent, just lengthen through your left leg and hinge forward. Actively press down through your left toes and feel that line of energy from your left toes to the crown of your head. Just like before, if you'd like a little bit more, you can reach your hands forward. Think shoulders out of ears, palms face the midline. Imagine you're holding a yoga block over your head. Take a big breath in. Exhale your hands to the earth. Listen, high plank pose, just step your right foot to the back. On your inhale, shift forward. Exhale slowly to your belly, thighs stay strong, keep your elbows hugged in close as you lower all the way to the ground. Untuck your toes. Inhale to a low or high cobra, you choose. And exhale, belly down, Shavasana for a breath. Take a nice full inhale through your nose. Maybe an open mouth exhale at a bubble. And from here, we're going to return to our Sphinx pose. So go ahead and walk your elbows to stack beneath your shoulders again. Let the body is a little bit warmer. The heart is pumping. Your breath is flowing. Start to press down to your arms and feel the energy traveling through your body. Moving to that checklist again, are your finger pads active? Elbows drive down with your upper arm bones pressing into the earth. Navel to spine connection strong. Thighs are active, toenails are rooted. Take a breath here. And a breath out. We're going to return to our forward plank when you're ready. So inhale to prepare. Exhale, tuck your toes, navel to spine, lifts your hips up. And from here, back to our forearm side plank. Turning to the left first, angle your right forearm and rotate your toes to the left. Reach your left hand to the sky. If you want a little extra challenge, you can stack your feet instead of having them staggered. Take a big breath in. On your exhale, thread your left arm underneath your right ribs. Hug tight to your center. And then inhale, left hand reaches back up. Exhale, forearm plank, bring it to your center with control. Take a breath in to reset, navel pulls to your spine, thighs engage. Exhale, second side, rotating open to the right, angle through your left forearm, right hand to the sky. Option to stack your feet for extra challenge. Take a breath in. Maybe wrap your right arm underneath your body to help lift your hips away from the earth as you breathe out. Squeeze in tight. Think about your left hip point pulling back and up. That's going to help square your pelvis to add more challenge to left obliques. We inhale right hand to the sky. Exhale, forearm plank through center. You can hold here, you can drop back to Sphinx pose or walk your feet in for a dolphin pose. So think down dog and forearm plank had a baby. Elbows stay in line with shoulders. We're squeezing your upper arm moves to center. You can bend your knees if you want to. Think hips to the sky. Core is strong. If you'd like to, on an inhale, lift your right leg up, finding that square hip again. Right hip point, knee and toes point to the ground, squeeze to the midline. If your right leg is lifted, go ahead and lower your right toes to the earth. Use an inhale to maybe lift your left heel high. Same thing, squaring your hips is going to be really helpful here, even if your left leg doesn't lift as high initially. Hug to the midline, shoulders out of ears, long neck. When you're ready, release your left toes down to the earth. We're all going to meet in a child's pose, so mindfully find your way to a child's pose from wherever you are. Take 3 slow breaths. Coming back to your intention. We're going to take one like little mini standing flow, and then we'll bring it down to the earth. So when you're ready from your child's pose, we're going to meet in our downward facing dog. Again, feel free to customize as you go. 60 minutes still does not feel like enough time, but we'll make the most of it. Once you find your way into your downward facing dog, just finding those refinements to create a really intentional shape. Moving from your fingers to your toes, check in with each area of your body. As you relax your head and put that energy into your center. Inhale your right leg to the sky, 3-legged dog, find that squareness in your hip. On your exhale, bring your knee to your nose.
Turn that whole light off.
Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale to bend your knee and open your hip. Take a big breath in here. Right knee, left tricep, breath out. As you return to fallen triangle, if you want to keep your right leg lifted, you can. Left heel rotates to the earth. Right heel can be lifted into a little bent knee, or you can extend forward through your right heel and lengthen your leg. Maybe left hand goes overhead for the side body stretch, breath in. Finding your way back to 3-legged dog. Exhale to land your left hip. Use your inhale to reach your right leg high. Breath out, steps your right foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. Left knee is going to hover, cow lunge as you inhale. Exhale, cat lunge, lengthen. Traveling in a little bit like the opposite direction this time, we're going to bend into both of our knees again. So we're back in our cow lunge. As you press through your feet, proud chest, bent knee, crescent lunge. So activate through your belly, hands to heart as you shift your shoulders back over your pelvis. Take your inhale. Exhale, airplane pose. So from your bent knee crescent, you're going to start to hinge forward like we did before. But this time the back leg will lift all the way into your airplane pose. Maybe working for squareness in your pelvis as you take an inhale. With exhale, start to bend through both of your knees. Use your core to bring it all the way up, one-legged Tadasana. Inhale, gathers you all the rest of the journey to your one-legged Tadasana. Okay, here we go with exhale. Maybe hands to heart, maybe lengthen through your left leg. Take a breath to find an engagement through your left quadricep. As you breathe out, figure 4 your left ankle on your right thigh, sink back into your one-legged chair. In your figure 4 your one-legged chair, if you wanted to add a little bit of extra stretch to your left glute just for a breath here, you can take your left hand and wrap it underneath your left knee, so you're pressing into the outside of your left knee. As your left hand presses up to the sky, you're using the strength of your left glute to press down into your hand. That opposing action of your hand and your knee pressing into each other is going to give you a deep active stretch through your left seat. A little bit of a funky transition here. Once you're completing your figure four, we're going to lift up just enough to slide your left ankle in front of your right back into your cross-legged forward fold, where we were at the very beginning of our practice. Soften over your thighs. Your left ankle in front of your right, take a big breath in. On your exhale, unwind your legs, traditional forward fold. Inhale to lengthen halfway. Exhale is going to step your right foot to the back of your yoga mat so we can find second side. As you push through your palms and the strength of your center, three-legged dog, inhale, hips are square to start. Knee to nose, as you exhale, draw in through center. Three-legged dog, big breath in. Bend your knee and open your hip, exhale. Feel your left glute as you take a breath in. Left knee to right, tricep cross underneath. Your version of falling triangle, so your right heel rotates to the earth, left leg can be lifted, or left leg can be supported by the ground you choose. Maybe add in a side body stretch, right hand might go overhead with a breath in. As we return to three-legged dog, root your right hand into the earth and lengthen your left leg up to the sky. Place your left foot forward to the top. Cow lunge, inhale your heart forward. Catch your breath. Cat lunge, lengthen through your legs. Deep find your way back into cow lunge. Both knees are bent, right knee is hovering. Begin to push down and forward through your left heel. You might feel your hips slide back in space a little bit to start. Double bent knee crescent lunge. Your 90-90, bring it on up, hands to heart. Draw your front ribs in. Think about a lift through the back low ribs. So it's like you're kind of creating more space between
Turn that
your
light off when you're done, Griff, please.
Take a full inhale. We're going into our airplane pose as we exhale. So you're going to start to lean forward. Try not to press off your right toes. Try to drive down through your left foot to flat. Find that squareness in your pelvis. Take an extra breath in. On your exhale, start to find a little softness in both of your knees. And then bring your right leg all the way with you to stand. One-legged Tadasana is your inhale. On exhale, hands to heart, you have the option to extend through your right leg, feel your quadricep light up. Full breath in. Figure four, take your right ankle on your left thigh, and then move your pelvis back in space. So in Ekapada Utkatasana, your one-legged chair, you can stay right here. Or to find that opposing action, you're gonna flex your right ankle. Take your right hand to the outside of your right knee. As your right hand pulls up, you're pressing down with the strength of your right glute muscle. Hand and knee push into one another actively for our breath. And then from here, you're going to mindfully find your way into that cross-legged forward fold. Your right ankle is going in front of your left. So just slide your right leg down your left leg, bend your knees and fold forward. Relax your head, take a breath through your nose. And then open mouth, exhale, let it go. Let's take one more like that. Breath in through your nose. And open mouth, exhale, let it go. As you unwind your legs to a regular forward fold, soften your knees, maybe take pinkies to opposite elbow creases and just hang heavy. You can sway side to side for a breath if you'd like. Eventually on an inhale, take a halfway lift, soft knees, really long spine. And exhale to bend your knees and sit all the way down to the earth. Okay. From your seat, legs extend long. You can have some softness in your knees, but flex your toes back to your face. Maybe untuck the flesh from beneath your sits bones so you get that forward anterior pelvic tilt. Inhale to send your hands to the sky. Think about a lift to the crown of your head. Crown of the head and heart are going to lead the way as we exhale to a forward fold just for a moment. Imagine your thigh bones sliding back in space as you fold forward. So think about energizing your thigh bones to the back of your yoga mat. So your heart and crown stretch forward to the front. If you'd like to stay in this forward fold longer, feel free to do so. Otherwise, we're going to slowly inhale back up towards the sky. On your exhale, use your core to slowly roll down to a full body stretch on the earth. Big breath in. And exhale, gather both of your knees into your chest. Take a little rock from side to side. From here, keep your left knee bent, land your left foot down to the ground, and then reach your right leg out to the sky. For our hamstring stretch today, we're going to take an unfacilitated hamstring stretch. So without using your hands, just using the strength of your body, flex your right heel to the ceiling and pull your right leg towards you. Strong through your quad. You can keep your left knee bent, or you can lengthen your left leg forward. Strong through your core, active through both legs. Take a breath in and a breath out. From this unfacilitated hamstring stretch, we're going to be moving into a twist. So you have some options here. You can take any twist you want. If your left knee is still bent, you might choose to lengthen out your left leg. We're going to tip our right leg across the body. You have the option to keep your right leg long as you find your twist, or you have the option to bend your right knee. So keeping your right leg long is kind of like that fallen triangle shape in the body, but we're working to activate and lengthen through the outside of the right leg, the back of the right leg a little bit more. Right shoulder heavy to the earth. Again, this can be any twist you want. Take an extra breath here. And a slow breath out. And we make our way to second side. You're just going to slowly start to bend your right knee if you have extension. You roll into your back body, bring both of your knees into your chest. Maybe take a modified happy baby for a moment. So hands to shins, knees go wide, full inhale through your nose. Maybe exhale out of your mouth. So you draw your knees back, please center. Let's start with the right knee bent. Release your right foot to the earth. And send your left leg to the sky. Again, without using your hands, you're going to engage your left quad, just like we did when we were standing on one leg at the front of the yoga mat. And then use the strength of your leg, your body to bring your left leg towards you. If your right foot is on the earth, you can think about pressing down through your right foot to encourage your left leg closer to your face. You can also choose to lengthen your right leg out if you'd like. Notice if as you lengthen your right leg out, your thigh bones start to change and rotate within the socket, so the angle of your toes changes. Just be curious about that. Think about square through both legs. Take a breath in and a breath out. So again, as you move towards our twist, you can choose any twist you want.
Or maybe your right leg starts to reach out long, but it's not already there. And then you decide if your left leg stays long or you bend your left knee as your left leg travels across your body to the right. Your left shoulder releases to the earth, maybe just noticing the difference in sensation between your two sides. Maybe taking this pause in your practice to come back to intention. And then travel one more deep breath into the back of your body, the left side of your body. And as you empty that breath away, bend your left knee, rolling onto your back. Once again, draw your right knee in as well. One more breath to take any shape you want. Maybe it's a full happy baby or a butterfly. And once you've taken your shape, making your way into Shavasana for final relaxation, allowing yourself to lengthen out or to adjust into whatever shape is most comfortable for your body today. As you settle in, allow your eyes to close. And feel your entire body become heavy. Maybe one more cleansing breath. Draw an inhale through your nose. And then open mouth, exhale, let go. Closing your practice from Shavasana. Allow your body to stay relaxed on the earth. Just start to notice your breath again. The movement of every inhale and every exhale. Maybe start to bring back to heart and mind the intention or intentions that you set at the beginning of your practice. These reminders that
whatever part of the path we're on, whatever the nature of that part of the path. It's all to our benefit. Will contribute to our growth, our expansion, our experience, our understanding. We carry that with us when we step off of our yoga mats today. Just continuing to rest, giving yourself this extra time to be held, to be supported. If you'd like to, you might bring one or both hands to your heart. As you pause in gratitude. Grateful for this practice, the insight, the clarity, the wisdom it provides. I'm grateful for our bodies, our health, our wellness, the strength and space of our bodies, all that our physical bodies are capable of and make possible. Grateful for this time that we shared, the energy that we exchanged, this online community that we can turn to whenever we need it. I'm grateful to ourselves for making the decision to step onto our mats, to take this time, to devote this energy, and to be in the practice. So in gratitude to yourself, to others, to body, breath, and practice. Let's take a deep inhale together. And an open mouth exhale to release. May yoga offer us a path to compassion, and may our practices serve as our teachers, guiding us to live with authenticity and to love deeply each and every day. Thank you so, so much. And namaste.